Greetings YouTube and welcome to Sh4dox Gaming. God, it just feels so good to say that. Now, I've wanted to do this channel for the longest time, but I haven't had a PC, and I've recently got my full-blown setup, and I've got a whole bunch of people that I'm looking to do a whole bunch of videos with. Now, initially, you're going to be seeing a lot of Battlefield 3 stuff, like this clip here, but later on down the line, it's probably going to be some Borderlands 2 Let's Play, some Halo 4, some Street Fighter, and who knows, maybe now that I've got a PC, maybe we'll see some DayZ and all that sort of stuff. Now, the key players in this, which will not be appearing in this clip because this is just a quick solo run of me on Rush on Grand Bazaar, will be Captain Blackchin and the Great Wombar, who I've been playing with, oh god, now since probably about 5 years, really since the dawn of the 360, I suppose. We've been playing together and we just have so much fun together and so many just ridiculous conversations that I really just want to bring to the world. And I just love gaming so much, and I feel like over the years I've just enjoyed it solely as either myself or with friends, but I really just want to try and give something back. So initially these videos aren't going to be something sort of fantastic, and I know there's a lot better stuff out there as there is with primarily PC players and stuff, but I mostly play Xbox, and I'm looking to get into some PC stuff, but that is primarily what the channel is going to be about. Now, if you guys have any sort of ideas for things you'd like to see, as there aren't really quite so many videos about Xbox players out there, I'm more than willing to either have you on and play with you, and we'll capture some video that way and all that sort of good stuff. But if you've got any sort of suggestions, just drop me an email or anything like that. You can email me at sh4dox117@gmail.com, and that's where primarily a lot of stuff for the channel will come through. Now, I would be ecstatic if you guys could give me a like or even a sub. Oh, it would just make my day, guys. This is probably the first video that'll get out there, and there's probably going to be a bit of a lull initially as I sort of build up a backlog of videos to release. Now, I'm aiming to get at least one out a week as a bare minimum, whether that is just Battlefield 3 squatting up or anything like that. I've got a few ideas. With some Let's Plays coming on later down the line, with Borderlands 2 right around the corner. This probably be out before this even goes up, but that's something I'm very, very much looking forward to. I might do some Let's Play with me and the Great Wombar, probably primarily. We'd be so thrilled to have two of you guys play with us, and we'll capture some video that way. I'm sure we'll get up to all sorts of hilarity and make up all sort of jokes on the fly, which is always a lot of fun on Xbox. I mean, that's sort of why I've done the channel. It's mostly because I really just love playing on the Xbox, and I really love just some of the ridiculous in-game chat that you can have with completely random people, or just playing games where you're playing by the rules, but you're sort of making up your own rules in your own way. For instance, me, the Great Wombar, and Captain Blackchin play Operation Metro sometimes with just as a conquest with the high ticket server, and we join a squad with just one person in it, and we all play medics, and we refuse to let the one guy not on our team die. And it's just hilarious how that one person, guy or girl, doesn't really matter to us, just ends up with a KD that is just 46 or something ludicrous like that, because we sacrifice ourselves over and over again with smoke grenades and med bags and Rambo heals just to keep one person on the team alive. Now, this video is not probably the greatest one to start you off with, as there's no one else but me in it. I'm running fairly well with the AN94 here, just because it's sort of my play style that you'll see more and more as the channel develops. I'm a player that likes to really support his team, so that's why I choose weapons like the AN94, where I can do some headshots close quarters, but I'm a lot more about shooting over my buddy's shoulder and going up, giving him the res, and enabling him to make a lot of the kills. I play the objective quite a fair amount. It's what I really like about Battlefield. Before Battlefield, I was mostly a Halo player, and that was really good fun, but it's not quite as objective based as Battlefield 3 can be. The great thing about Battlefield 3, I find, is that while it is conquest and you are trying to arm bombs or MCOMs or hold certain areas, you still get the glory of the deathmatch, but you've actually got an objective to hold yourself to. As with Halo 3, I found that even if you're playing capture the flag, if there was one flag remaining, people would just be camping with the flags to rack up their score before the game ends. But I feel in Battlefield 3, everyone really tries to work towards the objective, with exceptions like Team Deathmatch and all that sort of stuff, where it is primarily focused on kills. I'm really all about helping out a team and trying to get objectives going and just really having a good time, and that's what I want this channel to be about. It's, I don't know guys, it's just that I feel like the Xbox has such a great community, just with their in-game chat. A lot of the time when you find someone in-game chat and you genuinely talk to them, you don't just sort of yell at them because they're not on the objective or anything. You just sort of give them the hey buddy, how's it going, do you need a hand with this or this? They're like, oh yeah, sure man, that'd be great. And then you just develop this sort of friendship that might last for only about 10 minutes while you play, or you might squad up with them for a couple of games, and then you guys end up playing together by exchanging game tags and all that sort of stuff later on down the line. I'd really like to play with as many of you guys as I suppose you want to play. I don't have really high hopes for the channel. Obviously, as you can see, I'm not a pro gamer or anything like that. I've just been playing for so many years, and I really want to give something back to the community. So I'm really hoping that this can develop into that sort of vision. Now, if any of you guys, like I've said, have any ideas, or if you'd really like to play with us, or just sort of get your gamer tag on YouTube and all that sort of stuff, because I've got all this really nice capture stuff now, and I'm really just excited to use it. I mean, as you can see, this isn't really great gameplay. It's not a really great montage. There's no editing because it's just an entire rush match that I sort of jumped into a little bit late and just sort of ran around, tried to help out my squad, tried to keep them alive, and we ended up taking the win quite nicely. And it was I really like Grand Bazaar Rush because it's you do that big loop with the MCOMs, and it's a really good balance of the team deathmatch sort of scenario and balancing the objective. And I'd really just like to play with a more diverse group. As you might be able to tell, I'm Australian. I've always been interested in first-person shooters. They've always sort of grabbed me ever since I sort of started getting into the core gaming. And that's where my base lies, but I'm very willing to expand that with titles similar to Borderlands and Street Fighter. I know the Great Wombar is great at fighters, so he'll probably do some commentary on that. And Blackshin's a far better player than I am, so if you guys have any questions, just send me an email. Like I've said, that's sh4dox117@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys. Talk to you soon.